Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about starting with the game a little late. This is the McBain JV boys versus Roscommon basketball. Number 12, Dran Brunick went up for a shot, missed it, and he went out of bounds. For McBain and Roscommon, number 32 passes the ball on the 20. And he moves up. He passes it to 10. 10 almost has it stolen by Trenton from McBain, but it is knocked out of bounds. On number 20. So Drew Hamilton passes the ball into Colton Haverkamp. He gives it back to Drew. Drew puts up a shot, not quite. Knocked out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Trenton Brunick. Number 32 for Roscommon passes the ball into number 3. They move up. He passes it. It is stolen by Colton Haverkamp. And Haverkamp moves up. He throws up the ball. Ooh, not quite. Rebounded. It was rebounded by Josiah or Joshua. Joshua put it up and made it. 20 for Roscommon. Accidentally passes it to Colton Haverkamp from McBain. He gives it to Joshua. Joshua puts it up. Not quite. Rebounded by... It was rebounded by Trenton. Trenton dropped it, giving it to 3 for Roscommon by accident. He passes it to 32. 32 puts up the ball. Not quite. Rebounded by Josiah. Josiah gives it to Trenton. Trenton puts it up, makes it. 10 passes it in the 20, and 20 moves up. Number 20 gives it to 10. 10 tries to pass it, but not quite. So Colton Haverkamp steals it. He gives it to Trenton. Trenton puts it up, makes it. 32 gives it to 20 for Roscommon, and they move up. He gives it to 3. 3 gives it to 32. 32 puts it up. Not quite. Rebounded by Joshua. Josh passes it all the way to Colton Haverkamp, my bad. He puts the ball, not quite, rebounded by 32. 32 gives it to 3 for Roscommon. They go up. He goes for a shot, makes it. Trenton passes the ball into Colton. Colton gives it to Trenton. Trenton gives it to Joshua. Joshua tries to give it back to Trenton, but it's knocked out of bounds by number 32. It's knocked out of Trenton's hands. Trenton tried to save it, then it went out. So number 32 passes the ball to number 10 for Roscommon, and they move up. Number 10 is knocked out of bounds, and so it's going to be the Roscommon Bucks ball. Number 25, Brody is going in for Kason Pullington. 20 for Roscommon passes the ball to 10. He gives the ball to 21. 21 has a stolen by number 22, which is Thomas Maloney. Maloney puts up the ball, not quite, and whistles blown. White 20 with a push. So it looks like Thomas Maloney will be taking 2. Yep, he will be taking 2. First shot goes up, and he misses it. Second shot goes up, missed. Rebounded by number 21 for Roscommon. He gives it to 32, and 32 gives it to 20, and they move up. He gives it to 32, 32 gives it to 40. 40 passes it to 10, 10 goes to put up a shot, misses it. Rebounded by Trenton, Trenton gives it to Thomas. Thomas gives it to... Thomas gave it to Drew, Drew put it up, not quite. Looks like number 32 will be passing the ball in to number 20 for Roscommon. Now 20 is going up. He passes it to 40. 40 passes it to 21. 21 passes it to 10, and that's the end of the first quarter. It is 6 Roscommon, 19 McBain, end of the first quarter.
Also the concession stand has nachos, beef jerky, pickles, pizza. There are no hot dogs. No hot dogs. It'll be McBain's ball to start the second quarter.
So McBain's going to be starting with the ball. Looks like number 5, Drew Hamilton, will be throwing the ball in. He passes the ball to Colton Haverkamp. Colton passes the ball to Drew. Drew goes to take a shot, makes it.
3 points, Hamilton.
Number 20 for Roscommon has the ball. He gives it to 32. 30. Oh, travel. McBain's ball. It looks like number 5, Drew Hamilton, will be throwing the ball in. He passes it to Colton Haverkamp. Haverkamp gives it to Drew. Drew goes to put up the ball, makes it. 12 passes the ball on the 32, passes it to 20 for Roscommon, and they go up.
2 points, Hamilton.
And whistle's blown.
Winkle at the line for McBain.
Looks like number 24, Braden Winkle, passes the ball in. Braden Winkle passes the ball to Drew Hamilton. Hamilton puts the ball up, not quite. Well, he made it, but a whistle was blown. And
Hamilton, his first team second.
Yep,
This is in the lineup for the Bucks.
so it looks like the whistle was blown before he put up the shot, so they're not going to count the shot. Number 32 passes the ball on the 3 for Roscommon. He tries to give it to 32. This stolen by Drew Hamilton. Hamilton puts up the shot. Make sure he makes it this time. 32 passes it to 21. He passes it back to 3. 3 tries to pass it to 40. It is knocked out of bounds by number 22, Thomas Maloney. And 40 for Roscommon. Passes into 3, and 3 moves up. He passes the ball to 40. 40 gives it to 12. 12 puts it a shot. Not quite. Rebounded by number 30. Number 32 rolls it over to 3. 3 goes to put up a 3-point, misses that. Rebounded by out of bounds. It was almost rebounded by number 12 for Roscommon, but no, number 21, my bad. Number 21 for Roscommon, but he fell out of bounds and actually hit the ball further out. And it looks like number 5, Drew Hamilton, will be passing the ball in to number 24, Brandon Winkle. Winkle passes it to Drew. Drew passes it to Trenton. Trenton puts up a shot, makes it. 21 passes it to 32. 32 passes it to 3. 3 passes it to 40. 40 passes it to 12. 12 gives it to 21. 21 gives it to 3. 3 gives it to 32. And whistle's been blown.
Hamilton is second, team third. Even in the line, the Ramblers.
Number 12 is coming out, and number 44 is going in for McBain. Number 44 is Max Healing. All right, number 3 for Roscommon has the ball right now. He puts the ball up, not quite. Rebounded by number 40. 40 tries to put the ball up, not quite. Blocked by, looks like, a combination of Max and Brody for McBain. It looks like number 40, Nikita, will be taking 2 for Roscommon. His first shot goes up, and he makes it. Number 2 is going in for number 21. That is Thomas going in for Gavin. And the second shot goes up. And he makes it. Drew Hamilton passes it in to Braden Winkle, and Winkle moves up. He passes it. He passes it to Drew. Drew passes it to Thomas. Thomas tries to put it up. Not quite. Whistle was blown. It looks like Thomas Malone will be throwing in the ball. Thomas passes it to Drew. Drew puts it up. Not quite. Rebounded by Max. Max puts it up. Not quite. Rebounded by Drew. Drew puts it up. Not quite. Rebounded by. And it's a fight for the ball. It's rebounded by 40. It looks like Brody went in there and tried to steal it and jump ball. Alright, number 32 passes the ball to 3 for Ross. They move up. 3 goes for a shot. Oh, not quite. And knocked out of bounds by Drew Hamilton. Or it's knocked out of bounds by a Roscommon player because Drew Hamilton just threw it in. He just passed it over to Braden Winkle, and Winkle passes it to Brody. Brody passes it to Drew. Drew puts the ball up, not quite. Rebounded by number 12 for Roscommon. He passes it to 3. And it is stolen by Thomas. Thomas passes it to Max, and Max double dribbled. Looks like number 20, Skylar Franklin, will be going in for McBain. Looks like he went in for Drew Hamilton. Alright, 32 makes a huge lob pass over to number 3 for Roscommon. He throws up the ball, not quite. Rebounded by Max. Max passes it to Braden. Braden moves up for McBain. He passes the ball back to Max. Max passes it to Thomas. Thomas throws it up. Not quite. Rebounded by Max, but not all the way back in. Just shy of the inbound, so it's still out. And number 32 passes into 3. He moves up. 3 throws up the ball. Not quite. Rebounded. So it was rebounded by Brody. He passed it over to Skylar, and Skylar traveled. It looks like number 3 for Roscommon will be throwing the ball in. He passes it to, I think that's 32. Who gives it to 12. 12 gives it to 2. 2 gives it to 40. 40 gives it to 32. 32 puts the ball up. Not quite. Rebounded by Thomas. Thomas has it stolen by 32. Nope. And it's stolen by Max. Max gives it to Brody. Brody gives it to Skylar. Skylar gives it to Thomas. Thomas gives it to Braden. Who gives it to Max? Max gives it to Brody. Brody pump fakes. Gives it to Skylar. Skylar gives it to Thomas. Thomas gives it to Brandon. Brandon gives it to Max. Max puts the ball up. Makes it. 32 passes the ball in the 3 for Roscommon, and they move up. He gives it to 2. 2 goes out of bounds. Looks like number 40, Carter Murphy, is going in for number 25, Brody. And number 10, Brennan Cucci, going in for number 22, Thomas Maloney. Brennan. .32 passes the ball to 3 for Roscommon. He gives it to 32. 32 gives it back to 3. 3 goes for a shot. Not quite. Whistle's blown. And it looks like number 3, Evan, will be taking 2 shots for Roscommon following a push. First shot goes up. And does not make it. And number 30 is going in for number 24 for McBain. Number 30 is Josiah Kurtoff, and he is going in for number 24, Brandon Winkle. Second shot goes up. Not quite. Rebounded by Max. Max gives it to Brennan. Brennan Cucci for McBain makes his way up. He passes the ball to Max. Max passes it to Josiah. Just 32 passes the ball into 3 for Roscommon, and they move up. He gives it to 11. 11 gives it to 40. 40 gives it to 11. 11 pump fake. Gives it to... Tries to give it to 32. It's stolen by Skylers from McBain, and he goes flying out. He goes to put up a shot. Not quite. Rebounded by number 32 for Roscommon. 32 goes up. Puts with the ball. Not quite. Rebounded by Josiah. Josiah gives it to Brennan. Brennan moves up. He gives it to Skylar. Skylar gives it to Josiah. Josiah gives it to Max. Max tries to put it up. Not quite. Blocked by 32. 32 gives it to 3. 3 for Roscommon, who's up. And travel. Looks like number 20, Skylar, will be passing the ball in. Number 10, Brennan Cucci. He passes it to Max. Max passes it back to Skylar. Skylar passes it to Max. Max gives it to Brennan. He gives it back to Skylar. Skylar gives it to Josiah. Josiah gives it to Carter. Carter gives it to Max. Max goes for a 3. Misses it. Rebounded by Skylar. Skylar puts it up. Makes it. 30. Passes it into 11 for Roscommon, and he moves up. And it is stolen by Skylar. Skylar goes flying up. Puts up a shot. Makes it. 20 passes it to 2, who passes it back to 20, and 20 moves up. And whistle's blown for double jewel. It's going to be McBain's ball. Looks like Skylar Franklin will be throwing the ball in. He passes it to Brian Clucci. He passes it to Max. Max goes out. Well, 11 for Roscommon with a push on Max. It looks like Brian Clucci will be throwing the ball in. He passes it into Max. Max puts it up, makes it. Number 11 passes it to 20 for Ross, and they move up. 20 puts up a shot. Doesn't make it. Rebounded by Skylar. Skylar goes flying up. He stops, gives it to Brian. He passes it over to Max. Max gives it to Carter. Carter puts it up. Doesn't make it. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up again. Doesn't make it. And that's the end of the second quarter. It is now halftime. The score right now is 38 McBain, 8 Roscommon. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are just about ready to start the second half of the McBain versus Roscommon junior varsity basketball game.
It'll be McBain's ball to start the second half.
It's going to be McBain's ball. Looks like number 34, Joshua, will be passing the ball in. He passed it to Colton Haverkamp. Haverkamp passed it to number 42, Kason Paulington. Paulington passed it to Drew Hamilton. Hamilton put up a shot, makes it. 32 passes it to 3 for Roscommon, and they go up. And it's knocked out of bounds by, I think, number 3 from McBain, Colton Haverkamp. And it looks like number 11 for Roscommon has the ball. He passes it into to 10 for Ross. 10 passes it back to 11. And whistle is called. Whistle is blown. Foul was called.
His first. Team first.
Number 3 passes the ball in to number 32 for Roscommon. He passes it over to 10. 10 passes it to 20. 20 goes for a 3. Does not make it. Rebounded by Drew, who gives it to Colton. Colton gives it back to Drew. Drew passes it over to Trenton. Trenton puts it up, not quite. Rebounded by number 10 for Roscommon, and they go zooming up. He passed it to 3. 3 passed it back to 10. He passed it back to 3. 3 put it up, not quite. He was knocked down, and the whistle was blown.
Foul on Marsh. His second, team first.
And Joshua will be throwing the ball in. He passed it in to Colton Haverkamp, and Haverkamp slowly moves up. He passes it over to Trent. Trent drives through, puts it up, makes it. 32 passes the ball over to 20 for Roscommon, and they go up. He gives it to 10. 10 gives it to 3. It is stolen by Colton Haverkamp. Well, actually, it was knocked out of his hands by Trenton, who quickly swatted it back to Colton. Looks like number 20 for Roscommon will be throwing the ball in. He passes it to 3. He moves up. He passes the ball to 32, who passes it to 10. 10 passes it to 20. 20 passes it to 3. 3 passed it back. 3 tries to pass it to 32, who almost goes out of bounds, but 3 tries to pass it to 32. It was stolen by Colton. Colton almost goes out of bounds. Save it. And number 10 had the ball. He went to go jump, and he jumped into number 42, Kason Paulington, causing a whistle. And it looks like number 22, Thomas Maloney, is going in for Joshua Kurhoff. Number 3 passes the ball over to number 20 for Roscommon. Passes it to 32. Passes it to 10. From 10 to 20. From 20, it is stolen by Drew. Drew passes it to Colton. Colton throws it up, makes the shot. 10 passes it to 20. 20 passes it to 3. 3 passes it to 10. 10 passes it to 20. 20 passes it to 32. 32 puts it up, makes it.
2 points, Glimmer.
And Burnett passes it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp passes it to Maloney. Maloney passes it to Hamilton. Hamilton passes it to Brunick. Brunick puts it up, makes it.
2 points, Brunick.
32 passes it to 3. Roscommon. 3 goes for a shot from the free throw. Does not make it. Rebounded by number 32. 32 to 11. 11 goes for a 3. Doesn't make it. And Trenton Brunick gets the rebound. He gives it to Colton Haverkamp. Haverkamp gives it to Kason Paulington. Paulington passes it to, it looks like Drew Hamilton. Stolen by number 11 for Ross, who gives it to 32, and 32 moves up. He passes it to 3. Three passes it to 32. 32 drops it. 11 gets it. Blocked by Trenton Brunick. And it went out. So that means it is going to be McBain's ball. So Golan passed it to Hamilton. Hamilton passes it to Brunick. Brunick passed it to Paulington. Paulington made a shot, tried to throw up a shot, not quite. Rebounded by Thomas. Thomas gives it to Hamilton. Hamilton puts up a shot and makes it. 32 passes it to 20 for Roscommon, and they move up. 20 goes for the drive. Tries to put it up, not quite. Almost out of bounds after it was blocked by Drew. Drew saved it. And Colton throws up a shot. He makes it. 20 passes it at 3. 3 goes up.
2 points, Haverkamp.
He tries to pass the ball, but it's stolen by Thomas Maloney, who he passes it over to Colton Haverkamp. Haverkamp runs into, I think it was number 20, and they called a foul. 24, 30, 44, and 40 are going in. 40 is Carter Murphy. 44 is Max Eling. 30 is Joshua Kurtoff. 24 is Braden Winkle. And it looks like Thomas Maloney stayed out. And Roscommon, number 40, passed it in to number 10. 10 passed it to 40. 40 passed it to 10. 10 put the ball up. Not quite. Rebounded by Joshua. He gives it to Braden. Braden gives it to Max. Max gives it back to Braden Winkle, who gives it back to Thomas Maloney. Maloney tries to pass it to Carter Murphy. Murphy couldn't get a good hold of it. A little too high, and it slipped out of his hands. Out of bounds. So number 20 passes it to number 10 for Roscommon. Number 10 gives it to 12. 12 gives it to 10. 10 gives it to 40. 40 gives it to 12. 12 pump fakes, gives it to 2. 2 gives it to 21. 21 gives it to 40. 40 drives up, puts up the shot. Not quite. Rebounded by Max from McBain. He passes it to Thomas. Thomas passes it to Braden Winkle. He gives it to Max. Max throws the ball up, makes it. 10 passes it to 12. 12 passes it back to 10 for Roscommon, and they move up. Twelve gives it back to 10. 10 puts up the shot, not quite. Rebounded by number 21. And whistle is blown. Jump ball. It's going to be Roscommon's ball. Looks like number 2 for Roscommon will be throwing the ball line. Number 2 is Thomas Jennison. He passes the ball to 10. 10 tries to put up a shot, not quite. Rebound by number 40. 40 gives it to 2. 2 gives it to 40. 40 gives it to 10. And whistles over. That's the end of the third quarter. The score is right now 54 McBain, 10 Roscommon at the end of the fourth quarter. McBain's ball. Cole got the pass move for the left. He's not doing use that for the varsity. That's the left pass move for the good Wi-Fi. New 1080p again. And for McBain, it looks like number 24, Braden Winkle, will be throwing the ball in first. He passes it to Thomas Maloney. Maloney goes up, whistle is blown. Ten White with a push. Oh, it looks like number 22, Thomas Maloney, will be throwing the ball in for McBain. He passes the ball to Braden Winkle. He passes it to Josiah. Josiah gives it to Carter. Carter gives it to Max. Max puts it up, makes it. 10 passes it to 40 for Roscommon, and they move up. 10 gives it to 40. 40 puts up a shot. Makes it. Braden Winkle passes the ball to Josiah. Josiah gives it to Carter Murphy. Carter gives it to Braden. Braden gives it to Max. Max gives it to Braden. Braden gives it to Josiah. Josiah gives it back to Max. Max gives it to Carter. Travel. 10, 20, and 25 are going in. That is Brian Cucci, Skylar Franklin, and Brody. 11 passes the ball in number 32 for Roscommon, and they go up. 32 puts up the ball. Not quite. Rebounded by Skylar. Skylar gives it to Brennan. Brennan moves up. Gives it to Brody. Brody gives it to Skylar. Skylar throws it up, makes it. 11 gives it to 32 for Roscommon, and they go up. .32 passes it to 11. 11 passes it to 2. 2 gives it to 21. 21 tries to pass it. It is stolen by Skylar. Skylar moves up. He passes it to Brennan. Now Brennan moves up. He passes it to Brody. Brody passes it to Brennan. He passes it to Brody. Brody puts up a shot. Not quite. Rebounded by number 11 for Roscommon, and he moves up. He tries to pass it to, I think, 2, but it was stolen by Skyler. Skyler drops it. It's out of bounds on Skyler. So it looks like number 2 for Roscommon went after it, decided to change his mind, and just stopped himself from grabbing it. So looks like number 12 for Roscommon will be throwing the ball in. He passes it to 11. 11 passes it to 21. Jump ball. And it's going to be Roscommon's ball. So it looks like number 2, Thomas, for Roscommon, will be throwing the ball in. He passes it to 32. 32 passes it to 11. 11 puts up a shot, not quite. Rebounded by Josiah. Josiah gives it to Brennan. He moves up. He gives it. He gave it to Brody. Brody saves it from going out. He passes it to Skyler. Skyler saves it from going out and gets control again. He puts up a shot, not quite. Rebounded by 11. 11 moves up, puts up the shot, not quite. Rebounded by Carter. Carter moves up, almost has it stolen. Has it stolen. 32 got the ball in the end of that. Gave it to 12. 12 gave it to 32. 30. Looks like 32 tried to pass it. It was almost knocked out of bounds by Brody. He saved it while going out at the same time. So he went out with the ball, causing it to be out on McBain. So it looks like number 3 will be throwing the ball in for Roscommon. He passes it to 2. 2 tries to pass it to 3 and it is almost stolen. Well, it was stolen and then stolen back. And 3 passes it to 21. 21 passes it to 40. And whistle's been blown. Looks like number 22, Thomas Maloney, is going in for number 30, Josiah Kurtoff. Looks like number 3 for Roscommon will be passing the ball in the 21. He puts up a shot, makes it. And Thomas gives the ball to Brennan. He moves up. He passes the ball to Brody. Brody has it stolen by number 12. 12 gives it to 3. 3 has it stolen by Thomas Maloney. Maloney now goes up. He passes it to Brennan. Brennan gives it to Skyler. Skyler gives it to Maloney. Maloney passes it to Brennan. Brennan passes it to Maloney. Maloney passes to Brody. Brody pump fakes. Passes it to Maloney. Maloney passes it to Brennan. And he tries to pass it, but whistle is blown. I think a foul was called, and we'll see what for. White. Big face ball. And Brennan from McBain will be throwing the ball in. He passes it to Brody. Brody puts up a shot and makes it. 40 passes the ball into 3. 3 moves up. He puts up a shot, makes it. Looks like Skyler passed the ball into Brennan. He passed the ball back to Skyler. Skyler passes it to Thomas. And Thomas Maloney. Passes it to Skyler. Skyler Franklin. Passes it to Carter Murphy. Murphy passes it to comes Maloney. And they just let the clock go. 60 McBain, 16 Roscommon at the end of this game. And that is the end of the JV game.